bitches be like, if I can't have a nigga soul, then he can't get none of me. That really be the mindset of a lot of women. And I'm here in this video to let you know that that shit toxic. That shit is fucked up. That shit is backwards. That shit is unnatural. And that's something that we really need to look at. Why do you want a whole nigga's soul? He don't owe you that. A nigga owe you his soul. We need to get to the root of this, ladies. We really need to get to the root. We really need to break this shit down. Like, this is not okay. This mindset is not okay. Let me tell you something. Can we just stop and think, like, damn, these are the thoughts that's causing me suffering, pain, heartache, hurt. Damn, these are the thoughts that my mom probably had about my dad, which is probably why they're not together. Sure, why mom probably not together, and everybody else I know. Let's stop for a moment and stop being surface and look at the root instead of perpetuating the same shit. You're never gonna get a nigga soul. And if you ever do get a nigga soul, you're not gonna like the nigga because you're gonna think he weak for him giving you his soul. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. First of all, we be so mad at men because they not giving us something that we have to give ourselves. You know one thing that Baba G said? He said that polygamy is the key, is the gateway for women to step into their divinity. Because let me tell you, when you're dealing with polygamy, you dealing with all the generational curses that you need to heal. You have to practice not going into separation. You have to practice loving yourself when you're not necessarily getting the attention that you so-called desire and need. You have to take that time for yourself and love yourself and be in your craft and be your most authentic self and keep on blossoming and blooming. Flowers in a garden don't look at the other flower and stop blooming because they're all blooming. They don't compare and compete with the other flowers beside it. They all just bloom together. Aren't we flowers? Aren't we like nature? Let me tell you something. We have to look at the thoughts, and we have to look at the source of where the thoughts come from. Somebody program you and told you this was your name, that this is what you need to do with your life, that this is the job you need to take, that you need to go to school, that this is your religion and this is your God. Somebody told you those things. You're going to sit there and just continue to believe them, or are you going to ask questions? You know how a baby, so pure, innocent, and beautiful, and it comes out so empty. You know what takes away from that purity? People putting their little thoughts in them. You know when a baby first say a cuss word, they be like, bitch, and you be like, who taught them that? You would never think that baby would say that, huh, when it first came out the womb. But people program. A lot of times women do men dirty because they was with another woman. And man, you gotta stop lying. You just have to be real, because it is your nature to be polygamous, and it's causing a lot of confusion and heartache because a man is trying to be committed to one woman. Simultaneously, his nature, he wants to be with multiple women, and then men lying about it to the woman, and the woman not understand the man's nature. So it's just heartache, but you're gonna go through the same thing with the next dude. So we have to understand that polygamy is natural, that polygamy is something that we have to come into. Biologically, it makes sense. I just wanted to go into, you know, the expectations that women have to men. Bitch, nobody's supposed to sit up your ass and give you all this attention all day, every day. A man shows his love by providing and protecting for you. Bitch, what else do you need? Like, for me personally, like, my husband Baba G, like, I don't have to get up and go to work. I don't have to lift a finger. All I have to do is be a woman. And sometimes I would get jealous because I'm not getting a certain amount of attention, or but that's just set up, and the universe is setting that up to trigger emotion within me, because I always expected a man to be all about me and up my ass all the time. But bitch, look around you. Be grateful. Like I said, bitches be wanting a nigga's soul, and he don't owe you that, baby. You got to get that to yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to put in some effort too. You have to do the work too. When you with a divine masculine that knows who he is, that has knowledge, and he teaches you and guides you and take care of you in every way, and you walk around, you just got to take care of him, cook, keep the house together. You stay in your domain. You don't have to get up and go work for a system and tire your body. Your body isn't meant for that, baby. Your body is to be a mom, to nurse and nurture the children, the husband, and take care of the house. Like, that's our function. And what's more beautiful than doing that with other women, other beautiful women too, that all love each other? Your sister or somebody is getting attention. You can't go into separation. You have to remember that reality is a mirror, and you're like, wow, look at me. A lot of times people don't know what they need. Maybe you don't need all the emotional stuff and you think you need it, but it coming from a place of void and insecurity that you have to heal. That void, that empty circle that you have, nobody can fill that up for you. And if they do fill it up for you and you don't fill it up for yourself, the person can take it away from you. So you don't truly have it. You have to fill that up for yourself. You have to work on self. Being in a polygamous relationship is about working on yourself. Nobody owes you anything. When are we going to look at the truth and stop perpetuating generational curses? Stop thinking a white man's thoughts. When are we going to organize it instead of having your man going out, who in the hell he fucking, but when we're going to organize it so it can be a sisterhood dynamic, so you can know what's going on, who he fucking, women that he actually loved and that you love too. Wouldn't it be beautiful? Wouldn't you want to have hella moms? We have to come back to indigenous living. We have to come back to the root. We have to come back to nature and science and the true way of life so we can truly evolve as humans, because these thoughts that women are having about men in the backward roles that are going on right now in Babylon, men being women and women being men, that is putting out a signal into the earth that is unnatural and it's imbalanced. And the earth feels that, and it feels the sickness and the cancer in the body that's going against what it is. So it's going to have the earthquakes. It's going to have the global warming. All the weather and shit and conditions that's going on is because there's a bad signal being put out to the earth. And the earth is trying to destroy that shit. Destroy it. And the earth is going to come back and bang on all the sickness. And that is why we say the meek shall inherit the earth. Who's in tune with the earth, the truth. That's who's going to prevail. And every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess to the truth. So throw your feelings away, baby. Throw your feelings away. And you better get divine knowledge of yourself, and you better get the truth. A man don't owe you nothing. You owe yourself. You have to want to do the work to better yourself, to let go of the insecurities and, being grateful. Bitch, you're not going to get a nigga's soul. Study yourself. Ask questions. Look at why you're hurting. Don't point the finger. Take responsibility and then take the steps so you can heal. Change your perspective on your trauma. Don't say that he don't care about you and he don't love you. Understand his nature. Teach him about his nature. Encourage men to study their nature and organize it, because if not, we're going to keep on doing the same shit that's hurting ourselves. I love myself.